Good morning. I am Tony White, and this is my crypto address. Today's date is January the 2nd, 2018. Happy New Year. Let's jump right into it. So, the big topic right now is taxes and cryptocurrency. Let's be clear, okay? Number one, this is America. No taxation without representation, okay? It was a term that began to be used quite widely in the 1750s and 1760s, and it is a term that had a lot to do with the revolution kicked off in this country. And here we are today. Bang. So, when you hear people say that Bitcoin is revolutionary, and when you hear people talk about the information exchange is revolutionary, it's absolutely correct, and it's absolutely valid, and it is absolutely accurate. Right now, cryptocurrency is changing the way people handle their personal finances all over the world. That's revolutionary. It is also changing how banks handle your finances. It's changing how banks accept it and transfer it and move it. That is, in fact, revolutionary. There's so much that can be said about what's happening right now with cryptocurrency. I would challenge those of you whom are just getting started with it. And when I say just getting started with it, I mean people that have been, dabbling in it maybe say the last 2 or 3 years. If you haven't written any code, or if you haven't, been a part of someone that was writing code, or if you haven't, seen this stuff at its base, at its core, I would challenge you to find a way to do that so that you can truly understand what it is that you're handling, because cryptocurrency and Bitcoin are far more than items to change your bottom line, personally or in business. This stuff is decentralized for a reason, and the code is open source for a reason. So we have to be very careful about what freedoms we give up so that we can get to the almighty dollar. And I say freedoms we give up because some of the new companies that are popping up that are offering you the ability to handle your cryptocurrency in a common way, they don't serve you, and they don't intend to serve you. You have a lot of companies that are aligning themselves with both the IRS and the US government so that they can be the conduit and the gatekeepers of cryptocurrency. See, the problem with this is these people don't understand that the money attached to cryptocurrency is not even the tip of the iceberg. It's the information that can be transferred. It's the way the information can be transferred. You have banks that have not changed the way that they wire money since they've had the ability to wire money. It's all changing right now. And the gatekeepers of the information are the gatekeepers of all, period. And because you have people that are trying to get in on the hottest trend to make some money, you have people that are accepting, I don't even know how to say that. They're accepting giving up the freedoms that come with dealing with a decentralized cryptocurrency for for a couple of extra dollars and for convenience. So there's a lot that's going to happen with this. The U.S. government will try to wrangle it in. The IRS will try to manage it. But unless you give them the information to do so, unless you give them access to do so, it's not possible. This stuff was built on that premise, period. You're going to hear people say otherwise. Those people probably don't have a whole lot to do with blockchain or any other technology truly tied into cryptocurrency. If you pay attention to the big boys and you pay attention to the guys that have been in this stuff from the early times and have actually written some code and actually gotten their fingers in the ground floor of someone's, vault, wallet, and or currency itself, you're really doing yourself a disservice by listening to the information that comes from other sources. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people out there that know what they're dealing with. There are people out there that respect and understand the origins of cryptocurrency and what it truly means for the human community. We have to protect this stuff. And those that have been in it for a long time already know that. And they practice it often. It may not seem like it, but it happens. There's all kind of crazy stuff that goes on, in the shadows. And if the community that deals with cryptocurrency turns a blind eye to these things, we end up in a bad place. So I guess basically what I was really trying to say this morning is educate yourself on what it is you're working with. One Bitcoin has billions of pieces, and I find it difficult to accept that the idea of going to one central wallet to hold and or calculate every transaction that you ever create, I find it hard to believe that they're going to, one, be able to do it, because it's just so much. And two, I find it difficult that the U.S. government is going to be able to use a conduit like that to safely, securely, and fairly determine and dictate what kind of taxes you're going to pay on it. How can they tax one transaction for half a Bitcoin when half of that Bitcoin, which is 50 million Satoshi, each one of those Satoshi is broken up and sent all over the world to be processed. And then it comes all back, and then back, and then back, and then finally it's in your wallet. So if it wasn't found, mined, earned in the US, and it wasn't calculated in the US, and it wasn't sent to the US, how can they legally and fairly do it unless the people allow them to do it? These are the types of things that it's very difficult to understand and get a grasp of if you haven't delved into the depths of this stuff. Educate yourself before you start giving away your rights and giving away your ability to maintain the freedom that comes with decentralization. Thank you kindly. This is Tony White, and that was my crypto address.